So, Lone Rider here, and I wanted to talk about what one takes on a short mountain bike ride. This is what I took last time I went single speeding at it was a 6 mile run here in New Jersey, and I was gone for several hours. And so I started. I had 2 bottles of water, big ones. Now the bottles of water running here, I took them out there saying, but just to let you know, 2 bottles of water. And in here I had there's a secondary. There's a big compartment here, and there's a secondary thing in the back. And in there, I had my pump, which is a Blackburn Mammoth. It's a short pump, short enough to fit in the backpack, but it's a big diameter. And then I had my spare tubes, and those are just in this little pouch. It's like one of those hip pouches. It's even got the belt loops, Velcro, and then you have the tubes. I actually made the pouch myself out of Cordura with a lining from some old backpack or something. So a little reflective tab on there. If one were to use it as a hip pouch. And then we have the little compartment here. So we have a compass with a little lanyard thing on it. Some paper towels in case I have to clean something off. And my toolkit, my first aid kit, which is inside a little thing of Altoids. There's basically, let me see if I can pop this out. A couple bandages, a gauze pad, a roll of medical tape wrapped around an Allen wrench, and one of those little disinfectant packs. So that's that. The other thing, spare headband for under the helmet for the sweat, in case the other one got soggy. And then we have the tool pouch, and this has tire levers, multi-tool, bottle opener, little knife that has also like wrench things on it, and what is this piece of paper? Oh, in event of emergency, please call this number to notify family and secure bike and belongings. I guess that's in case I crash and break my neck. So that's that, and that does it for a short ride. I was out in the woods for 2-3 hours, something like that, and that was all I needed. The thing I actually used the most was the water. It's funny, but you go through a lot of water. It's one of those things that you don't realize it until you're out there, but you go through a lot of water. And the funny thing about that is that water is probably the heaviest thing you're actually going to be carrying. So that's that. Oh, there's a backup compass on here, just one of those little Chitsy Keith keyring things. Now, one of the funny parts is I don't carry a full-size backpack. I have this thing here. But I don't carry a hydration pack either. Actually, I think this was a hydration pack because it's got the opening for the hose. I think this was a hydration pack before I just threw the bladder away. But the reason I carry bottles of water is because they're easier to refill, they're easier to clean, and I'm not racing. I don't have to drink on the fly. I can just stop at a nice overlook or something or pull over on the side of the trail. I have hydration packs, and I have used them on long. I remember when I did my first Century years ago. I took one on a long road ride because I didn't think I could just carry enough bottles of water on the bike. I only had two water bottle things. The truth is that they get scuzzy. They're hard to clean. They're hard to let when you wash them out. They're hard to let them dry out. You got to hang them up, and it's a pain in the butt. It's easier for me to just have a couple bottles of water. And you know what? Those are easier to refill, too, by the way. As far as that goes, why don't I keep the bottles of water on the bike? Most of my mountain bikes do have at least one water bottle mount. And you can certainly buy ones that clamp onto things like the seat tube or whatever. Basically, when you're riding in the woods, you get a lot of dust and stuff on the bottom of your bike and dirt and bugs. I don't ride when it's muddy because one, I'm lazy. I don't like cleaning my stuff, and two, it kind of makes a mess. You get tire tracks in the trail and it pisses people off. The thing is, even if you're riding when it's dry, you still get a little bit of dust and stuff and grass and whatever kicked up. And, I just don't want bugs and stuff on my water bottle when I'm trying to drink from it. So I keep it in here. And why not? I mean, you could say, well, having the water bottle on your bike, the weight is more lower and more, lower to the ground and more stable, whereas it's up on your back, it's higher off the ground, past your center of gravity. And it's a water bottle. It doesn't weigh that much. Yes, the water is probably the heaviest thing you're going to carry if you're carrying more than one. You've got 2 or 3 or 4 bottles of water, yes. But again, I usually carry 2, and that's it, right? And when you drink them, they don't magically refill. So when you drink them, they're empty. The weight's gone. I mean, I guess the weight's gone to you, but then it's lower down than up on your back. So, yeah, that's it. I mean, there's not a lot that I take. Sometimes I take a lock. If I think I'm going to be going somewhere and stopping for something to drink or whatever, a cup of coffee. But generally speaking, if I'm riding in the woods, I don't carry a lot of stuff. I have my cell phone with me usually in my keys. That's it. And those usually just go in one of these zipper pockets, usually the little one. And that's it. I try not to keep anything in my hip pockets. Sometimes I keep my pocket knife. Sometimes I put it in the backpack or in the pouch under the seat. I try not to keep anything in my short pockets if they're mountain bike shorts that have pockets. A lot of times I mountain bike wearing road shorts because they tend to be a little more comfortable and less likely to catch on the saddle. The problem with baggy shorts is people think they're stylish and they don't make you look like a roadie. Well, what's wrong with looking like a roadie? Secondly, they're not as practical. In terms of carrying things in your pockets, they're practical. But, do I really need things in my pockets when my legs are going to be moving on the bike? If I'm going to put anything in pockets, it's going to be in pockets in my jersey up here, out of the way, or in the backpack. And secondly, I've actually had some spills where I've fallen because I was trying to dismount or put a foot down quickly on uneven terrain, and the baggy shorts got caught on the nose of the saddle. So, yeah, they may look cooler, but they don't really serve any function except for the pockets and not making you look like a cyclist, right? I mean, I've worn these shorts to work because they look just like normal cargo shorts. I do wear them when riding around town or on casual rides, but generally speaking, if you're going to be mountain biking, yeah, you know what? It helps to have road shorts. And again, you've got your backpack, you've got your jersey pockets. Even with a backpack like this, if it's a small backpack, the jerseys usually have 3 pockets. The backpack may cover the middle one. You can usually still get to the 2 side ones. So, anyway, I don't carry all that much stuff with me. There's not really a reason to. I mean, I guess if you're going like for an epic, like all-day ride or a multi-day ride, or if you're camping, or if you're going out into like a wilderness area. But yeah, if you're just riding around at a park somewhere, or in your local tract of woods, wherever that happens to be, and even when I was a kid, I mean, I remember disappearing into the woods for, like a whole afternoon. Literally, like I wouldn't come back until it was starting to get dark. And I don't think I ever had more than a couple bottles of water and maybe a penknife on me. I mean, I don't think even back then, I don't think I even had one of those multi-tools with the Allen keys and stuff. And there were a couple spills where derailleurs and stuff got messed up. But I was kind of out of luck because I didn't have all that stuff with me back then. Well, you live and learn, when you're not 17 anymore, you think more about being prepared and about carrying a multi-tool and things like that. But, so you don't have to carry a lot of gear. The people that are trying to sell you, well, you need to buy this, you need to buy this, you need to buy this. The backpack I got secondhand, all the stuff I have, I don't even, when I'm mountain biking, I don't even use bike water bottles usually. I just use one of those big, like bottles like you get like Poland Spring in or something at the 7-Eleven. And, I get like one of the liter ones. And I get 2 of those and I put them in there. And I can refill them. But they're lighter than a bicycle water bottle, because they're thinner material. And they're bigger. The reason I use bicycle water bottles on my bikes is because they have to fit on my road bikes, or any bike with a water bottle cage, is because they have to fit in the water bottle cage. Snugly enough, they're not going to come out. And they are more durable. But one of these big liter bottles, you use it 3 or 4 times, then you throw it away. Yeah, right. Or you use it 3 or 4 times, and then you refill it with water and use it for cutting practice with your longsword, right, or something. But the point is that, whereas the bicycle water bottles, the ones with the pop tops and everything, they pretty much last forever. I still have some really really old ones going. I actually have ones from bike shops that aren't in existence anymore. They're like really old school. The ones with the pop on tops with the little cord, string thing attaching them, like from the 80s. Yeah, I still have some of those, and they still work. So they definitely last longer. But if you're just going into the woods and you just want to carry some water bottles in your backpack, yeah, like the liter bottle from Poland Spring or whatever, it's bigger, it's lighter, it's going to hold a little more, and when you get done, if you pass a garbage can at like a rest area, you can just throw it away if you want, and then you have less to carry. Right? Although again, when it's empty, then it's just the bottle, and the bottle itself is lighter because it's really thin and it's not designed to be multi-use. So less weight, less stuff to carry, whatever. Point is, you don't need to spend a fortune on gear. You don't need to carry a lot of crap, and that's my mountain bike EDC. Lone Rider out.